Oh, shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. Uh, I decided to come at 8 o'clock because I was out and about, but I'm glad I'm here and I'm going to press on. I want to say that I am seeing many of uh, melanated, melanate, I don't know if I want to say Judith. I'm going to call our people Judith, young and old, are getting caught up in a system. And that's the last place anybody want to see their relatives, their friend, their neighbors. You don't want to see anyone in this day and time going behind bars. What that means is, mm, 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 mm. we are in the midnight hour. And by us being in the midnight hour, going behind bars for the rest of your life in this day and time is not something anyone should want to experience. And here we are. So many of our Judith, young and old, are getting into a lot of situations. And let me tell you, it is off the chain. It is a lot of them, out here conducting themselves as if they are totally out of control. Um, it's a sad thing to see in the natural as well as the spirit, to see a people be drawn so far out in pitch midnight darkness. And that means in the evil of the wicked, of the evil at its highest. And I see a lot of Judah doing so. And it's not very much spoken about it. The main one should be speaking about it is the tribe of Judah himself. I would say our men, but you can hang that up. There is a lot of things taking place, a lot of real heavy, hardcore situations. And honestly, the tribe of Judah is not even aware at all that their numbers are not increasing like they want to sell you out to believe. So don't believe that Judah is increasing. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. Because as you have one that increase where we're at and what I'm seeing from my standpoint of what I'm actually hearing and seeing, one born, 20 cease. One born, 40 cease. And I'm speaking on the four corners. I'm just speaking of the tribe of Judah. So we can, shalom, chat, it's good to see you. We can sit and we can make it look so pretty. And we, Judah, think that we are multiplying and other races are the Europeans are decreasing while we're increasing. Don't let nobody sell that to you all. We're killing more of our population than they are killing theirs. You see, because if we are 100 million and they are 400 million, they can kill off a whole 100 million and still outnumber us. But if we only 100 million, we killing off 60 I say 50 or 60 million. That's just it. We killing out. We doing it, and we doing it with a smile on our face, and we doing it without even saying a word. You know, no one is not even covering the fact that, hey, this tribe should be doing like every other nation is doing, preparing, but not Judah. Judah ain't preparing nothing. Judah is not, like I say, 90% of Judah is scattered all over the place here in the United States and doing their own thing. Then you got this 10% over here, and out of the 10%, I say probably 6% of them understand that they are Judah. The other 4%, they could care less. You see? So you're really thinking that they are fully aware of what's actually taking place, because you might be fully aware. But don't think that your nation is. No, your nations are caught up in everything in the world outside of anything that has to do with a chosen people. Okay? They have no idea, nor do they care. And they are, you say one die, just say one, we are dying in great numbers per day. And it's not something they are showing us now on the media, on news about our race. We're not hearing it all because they're so busy putting their information about their race now, to where they used to hide when it's about them. But now, because of where we're at, they know where we stand in the end day. So right now, they let everything loose. They don't care what that you know that they're trying to destroy you. They don't care if you know that they putting stuff in your food. They don't care if you know if they putting stuff in your what you drinking, and in the cattle, in the vegetables. They don't care if you know it is. They are so done to where the Father said it's finished. They said, hey, we've been finished, because they've been doing it for a little while now. And even the people here, I mean, they act as if when whatever, they can do it. You know, it's just like what it mentioned, right would be wrong and wrong would be right. That's that day we are actually in. But I want to cover, first and foremost, I want to say this message is going to be, make it make sense in spirit and truth. We got to start understanding things in spirit and truth. We got to make sense of it. Okay. I believe that there is a body that the Father has created as the church. And I believe each and every last one of those that are already assigned to the body, I believe there are many that is not even aware that they are a part of the body. And like I know for sure, a lot of people that's in the body know not of what their purpose or their position. A lot of times, I'm gonna give you a secret, and I should have I should have spoke this way back. It's really the mystery in where your gift could be, where your purpose could be to serve Yah, is in what you good at. It's really what you good at. You see what I'm saying? I'm a real good cook. I can throw down. And with that being said, when I think of me being a good cook and I can throw down, I look at the idea of cooking and baking, and people really enjoy it. Okay. And it's really good. Okay. So I turn that and I flip it upside down, and I say, now I'm good at speaking. Speaking what? Food of the what? The spirit. You see? So I can cook up some food in the spirit realm. You see, it matches who I am in the natural. And I found that to be with every ability that I have in the spirit realm. It started within me in the natural. So a lot of times the things that you can do and do so well, try to turn it over and flip it into a spiritual realm, and you will find your purpose. You will find your purpose. I'm gonna give you an example. You remember Peter. Peter was as it was said, a really good fisherman. He was a wonderful fisherman. And what was he told? Now I'm going to make you in the spirit realm fishermen of man. So he flipped it and made him a fisherman of men, to where he is a fisherman by trade, by his ability to be good at what he does. You see? And he flipped it and said, now you're going to be a fisherman of man. Well, that's what Sister Deborah is saying to you all. A lot of times people want to know, they really do, and I don't blame them. They want to know what should I be doing, or do I have the ability to do this, or I wonder what he want me to do. I wonder what he want me to be. I wonder what should I be doing. A lot of times it's as simple as just thinking about what I'm good at and flipping what you're good at in the natural and flip it over to the spiritual realm and see. Just see. Give yourself time to just look at it and measure it. And you can find your purpose in Yah. Because I don't think, I was just letting the dog in, and I was thinking, what is the purpose for we here if we have no purpose within us? Is somewhere along the line, we as I sit and I say, okay, I'm sitting here listening to Jeremiah, Isaiah, and Ezekiel, and they're talking about how the Father had formed them before they was even in their mother's womb. And I'm thinking, okay, if you did all that before they was in the mother's womb and they get here and do nothing, that don't sound too right. That don't make sense, y'all. So I believe that we got a purpose in us. And I think it's not that down deep, so rooted where you can't find it. I think the first place you should search is what you good at. What are you good at? And flip it into the spiritual realm. Like my oldest daughter, she always wanted to be a neurologist. She wanted to be a doctor. And the Father said to me, it's been almost 30 years. I said almost 30 years that he's going to make her a doctor of men. That means he's going to flip that whole mindset out of the mindset of trying to serve the world and the ability to serve the world and be a healer to those that are sick in the body of Hamashiach. And I'm still looking for that. Even though I know I'm going to tell y'all, I feel she's just gone on her way. And I wouldn't say it's the way she should go, but she ain't gone deep, y'all. I'm going to tell you, she ain't all out there. But I still hold Yah toward what he said to me almost 30 years ago. I want to be a doctor. When she was little, I want to be a doctor. Ever since she was little, and we used to buy her things that's connected to being a nurse or a doctor, little toy stuff, but because that's always what she wanted to do. When she went to college, that's what she was going to major in. So I say unto you, when the Father spoke that to me, even though I don't see it, I'm still holding him to that. Yes, I am, because he spoke it to me. I didn't speak it to him. How about that? So I believe you all that, and I'm going to tell y'all something. You might take what Sister Deborah is saying lightly, but let me tell you, what do you have to lose? You have is to gain from what I'm saying. You don't have nothing to lose. That purpose in you is found within you And I'm telling you, go first and foremost, head on to what you are good at, and you'll find your purpose. You flip it into the spirit realm and use it. You see, what you're good in, you know what you're good in. You know it in the flesh. The Father wants you to flip it over to the spirit realm and work that thing, because that's where your gift rests therein. You're just flipping it over to the spirit realm. Again, like he was speaking to Peter. You are a great, excellent, he's a great, good fisherman. I'm going to make you now fishermen of men. And that's what he's saying. And like Sister Deborah is an excellent cook, a large quantity cook. I think I can cook maybe 300 to 600 by now. I used to can cook more than that, but I'm saying I can probably cook by myself for 300 to 600, but I don't think I can handle it if it's any more than that. Not by myself. You know, I could do it, but not by myself. But I'm good at it. I'm good at it. So what? I'm good at communicating and speaking to people, feeding them food from the what? The Spirit of Yah. Same thing, but it's food for the spirit. You see? And I'm good at what? Cooking food for the body. So just flip that thing over a little bit and you'll find, I'm sure you'll find your purpose. And just rest therein. When I say rest therein, go after it in that way. But flip it into the spiritual realm. Meaning flip it into a way that's spiritual, that you can reach out and help others and support others in that mission itself. Now, I want to go to Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4. Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 4. Now, Jeremiah is a prophet. And I want you to kind of feel many times that when Sister Deborah would be talking, she'd be telling y'all these things took place in the kingdom. It didn't take place down here on earth. That means we need to stop giving the earth and the world the glory. It's nothing that you see man created. Nothing. Just imagine the power of that right hand. It's nothing that we could see that we could actually say, hey, that's man doing. This is his creation. How can anything override life and death? Anytime you run up on the mindset of he that created life and death, who can succeed that? Who can say that they are the creator of life and death? Who? Can anyone say, well, I'm the creator of life and death? Or can we say, oh, they're the creator of life and death? I'm starting there first and foremost. Why? Because everything on the earth has life. But who created it? And everything that has life comes behind it is death. And who created it? So with the power of he that created life and death, how dare we give the glory to he that cannot and will not and shall not have the power over what is seen? The tree can't grow. It has to be given the life. Nothing on the earth in which one see it is created by anything that is seen. Ooh, Deborah, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get yourself in trouble. So we just giving all the glory and the honor to all this stuff that's on individual on the earth and everything else without realizing, wait a minute, y'all, we missing all this excellent power. We're along the line. Who can tell me who could develop grace and mercy? Who can pull up with the grace and mercy? Who can we say has the grace and mercy? You You see, it's just so much that we cannot just say that we. No, he is who? He that is unseen. And the only way you can see him is through the faith that he gives unto you to believe in that which you cannot see. So we today, I was just listening to several people teach, and it kind of hurt me because it's like, is this what they were created for? And as he was telling me yesterday, yes, you was created for here to do this. I will create you a lane. But this person, don't forget, I'm the creator of all things. So that's what I'm saying. Everything that you see and have been seen by you, your own eyes, we need to switch that power back to the glory and keep it in the kingdom. Not to say that it ain't down here, because it is. But we need to give that glory and that honor to that power of who it belongs to. You see, and stop thinking that man has the power to any and everything. It's nothing we see and we have seen that is created by anything that we see. Is he that we see not created all things that you see it. So I look at this here and I say, well, what you were saying yesterday, Father, is very powerful because it brings you back to a form of being comfort. It brings you to a level of feeling that comforter, which is the Most High Yah, who come to comfort us, and it takes us back there. It's a form of even recognizing that can't nobody in this world comfort me but the Most High Yah. Hello in the live chat. It's good to see you. It's can't nobody in the world comfort us. Do we have another comfort on the earth? Do someone know anybody of another comforter? I don't. Oh, baby. If you would have reached, I would have reached back. So it's good. It's good. Believe it or not, I don't care what. We're sisters in the body of Hamashiach. That's just who we are. And honestly, if you ask my sisters that I would say that about them, my blood sister, no, I wouldn't. This is where we don't understand that we are one in the body. And when we are one in the body, no one can be oneness with us greater than he that is already in the body. Because if the Father has a body of Hamashiach, he said when one is in need, we all are in need. You see what I'm saying? And when one even hurt, he said we all hurt. You see, it's a place that many have not gotten to and will not reach that destiny. And only reason why I think that I can is because the Father allowed me to have that mindset, to have that mindset that, okay, I got a body of Hamashiach. Those are your true people. That's why I tell people when we sit and we talk about the house of Israel, the true Jews, the true this and the true that, we the people, we the tribe, all of that goes one ear out the next. I want to know where my body is at so I can get in it. That's where I am, because the body of Christ are we that's going to be eternal. That's who's eternal. So when I know you, I know you as my sister in the body of Hamashiach. And being in the body don't mean we're going to balance, you guys. It's just know that we are in there because who put us there? The mighty right hand of the Father. And I never could understand that. And maybe someday he will. When but I didn't understand it, but I feel that thing. When one hurt, we all hurt. You see? When one, if we don't know it, but through the Father, he's saying, Deborah, that's just how I created it. That's where I was saying where we need to give the power back to him, because that's really where it belongs. He said the things that is seen is not made by he that created all things. So we see things and we think, okay, this is man. No, it's him who created all things, the unseen, but yet seen by making everything, well, how would I say it, visual to be seen. It's created by he that is unseen, not he that is seen. And that's where body of homicidal come in. We got to believe that there is a body, a real body. No, we can't see it. We just got to feel it in the belief of who he is. That if he got a head, then there is a body. Where's the body? Act as if you are a part of the body. Even though you don't feel that you know where the body's at. It's unseen. But yet, it's seen. You see? So let's go to Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4 through 5. And Jeremiah is saying something here, but I like what Yah is saying. And this is where I was going over this, and I realized I saw something that I never saw. Now, watch this here. In Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4, then the word of Yah, you see that, y'all? The word of Yah. Do y'all see that? The word of Yah. What happened? Came unto me. You see that? Wait a minute. Why haven't we separate when it says the word of Yah? You know why? Because we think the word of Yah is a paperback book. We never got an opportunity to learn that the word of Yah is not a paperback book, y'all. You remember what I was just telling you? The things that is seen is created by he that is unseen. The things that is seen is created by he that is unseen. Okay? So therefore, this word is not the word in which you see it, even though he has suffered it to be created. You see? But it is not the word. It is paperback words. It is the words of many. It is the words of many. How do you know that? Listen to this here. Verse 4. Then the word of Yah came unto me. See how the word of Yah came to him? This is like me to Deborah when I tell y'all he talks to me in the water. If I'm in the tub, if I'm at the bathroom sink, even if I'm on the toilet. I'm serious, you guys. He comes in the midnight hour, 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning. He'll wake me up. You see, he comes through dreams. He comes through vision. He comes to me when I'm driving. He just comes to me even when I'm at a quiet a moment. You see, how do he come? He come as the word unto me. That's where we messed up, y'all. We haven't learned to receive him through that type of word, because we think he can only be found in a paperback book through many words, even to the words that has been smeared. Learning to separate the word from the words is the two, because what we don't understand, the word, okay, is not the words. That's going back to the twos. Now, right here with Jeremiah, in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 4, then the word of Yah came unto me, saying, Now, see, this is showing you when it says the word, it's telling you the creator is speaking unto an individual. You get what I'm saying? Is some of that found in this book? Yes. But you got to be able to understand that this book, when you go up in here and you hear people speaking, you hear Moses, you hear Abraham, Isaac, David, Jeremiah, all of them, you have to make sure you separate when it says, and the word of Yah said, and the word of Yah said. Let's give you another example. When you get into Genesis chapter 1 and verse 3, and Yah said, what did he say? What? In the beginning was the what? The word. And the word was what? With Yah. And the word is Yah. So what did he say? Let there be light. And there was light. He said. So he spoke what? The W-O-R-D. Stop. Not S. Even though he spoke words in Genesis, you're not supposed to connect that as the word. You see, he spoke as, no, you connect Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. Basically, you can see where the word spoke. Because in John 1, it says, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with Yah, and the word was Yah. It was with him in the beginning. And then Genesis 1 and 1, verse 1 said, in the beginning, Yah created the heavens and the earth. You got to look at the word created. He created it by speaking it, and what? The power brought forth it. Okay? Then you get to verse 3, and it says, Yah said. And then you get to verse 6, it says, Yah said. When you get to verse 11, it says what? Yah said. When you get to verse 9, it says, Yah said. This is in Genesis chapter 1. This is Yah speaking. So what is he doing? His word is being spoken. He's speaking his word. Okay? But you cannot include after Genesis. That's why he was saying in the beginning, in Genesis 1 and 2, if they missed that, they missed the whole book. Why? Because they missed the word. They missed the word because they were so busy creating it in a way that they wanted to. Let's do another one. In Genesis chapter 1, listen to this. And Yah said in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, let us make man in our image and in after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish in the sea, and over the fowls of the earth, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creep upon the earth. Now watch this here. 27. So Yah created. See that word created? That's what the right hand power did. Who is the right hand power? You bump it back up into 26. That's us. Let us. He's talking to his power. And in verse 27, it says, and Yah created in his own image. In the image of Yah created what? He, him, male and female created them. He spoke that, them. But what happened? After Genesis 2, chapter 2, Genesis chapter 1 and Genesis chapter, what happened when the word said it one way and man said it a different way after that? Totally different, even to today. Because see, the word spoke then, but it was changed. It was them when he spoke it. Now it's him. You see? After this, and no, it wasn't because her. Because if the men, this is why I say it's kind of sad, because we do the search in the history. We talk about Black history. We talk about all history. None of that means nothing to me. First and foremost, I'm not Black. Let me first and foremost say that. Anything they category us to and say we just agree and say, well, it's what they say. You see? But the truth be told is this. It has been taken and smeared, but it's not smeared to the point where the word of Yah that lives in you, which is the Ruach, when he teaching you, he pulls up with his word to teach you that what they're saying what is right and what is not. If you go into Genesis 1, it tells you that he was creating everything and wanted he and her to understand this is a them thing. He and her thing. How did it get taken out? You let them tell it. They'll tell you because of what she did. But wait a minute. What does that mean toward his word that was spoken in Genesis 1? It doesn't make any sense. So when you get here to Jeremiah chapter 1, it's verse 4. And the word of Yah came unto me. That same word that created everything in Genesis, it says, Yah said. That's the word. When he said, and what he said is the word. That's why he told me, Deborah, if they miss Genesis 1 and 2, they miss this whole book. They can read this whole book. They can go to seminar school. They can be a scholar. They can be a whiz. They can be whatever they want. When they miss the first 2 chapters and the power that rests therein, they have missed this whole book. So when here go Jeremiah, let's see what Jeremiah is saying. Now, Jeremiah's just saying to me, he said, Deborah, the word came to me. Just like you say it come to you, it came to me. That's what Jeremiah is saying. See, that's what he said. Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 4. Then the word of Yah came unto me. When we don't understand the word, but we understand the words, we lost with a cause and without one. Because the power rests in the word. Not the words, but the word. Okay? Now, I want to explain something to you. If y'all thought that this book was the word, what would be his purpose in coming in us and living in us and teaching us all things from his word? If he thought for 1 minute this was the word. It don't make sense, because this book counteract he that is greater in us, whether y'all know it or not. Why? Because this book is a study guide for the world. It's the book for the world. That's why every denomination that you know of, they come somewhere out of this book. They might not follow the whole book, but they come pull up out of this book. But yet they don't really serve a true creator. And the Ruach does not come and reside in them. You see? To teach things. Why? He leave this book here. Y'all want to take from it? Make it. And what did this book do? It caused many to take on it. And the Muslim will tell you quick. When we got a lot of verses out of the King James Version. Bible. 1611. That's what they say. Yes, we got our whole book, the whole one that they got a Quran. And in that Quran is a lot of scriptures that come straight out of this book here. Why is it out? Why did you make your Quran separate? Because as they studied it, they also saw things in it. Now, let me pull up now. Something y'all didn't know. The Roman Catholics, they got their separate Bible too. Their Bibles don't speak like this here King James Bible. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Yes. So when you see their Bible, we know that it's a lie from the pit of hell. But why did they go smear out these Bibles that we pick up to study? Because they thought with the help of Satan, they were going to have the power to erase any and all of our understanding. Because when they put soul there, that just threw me all the way off. I as a young teenager, I knew soul didn't belong there. And it didn't take y'all to tell me. I knew it didn't belong there, because I said, who is this middleman? That's what I used to say, y'all. Who is this middleman in between here? Who is that? And then that's how he had to break down to me that they put that in there. So you won't be able to identify the way I created it. I created it and told them straight up the way I created it. But the Roman Catholic, they came in and they smeared it and they add to keep us from the beginning. Even from the beginning, when he blew into Adam, it wasn't a soul, it was a spirit. That same image that he has is a spirit. He gave him that same image. That's what the image is, y'all, a spirit. It ain't connected to nothing that has the soul. And he did not give the flesh no power outside of a brain or the heart. Oh, they got to put that middleman in there because guess what, y'all? You all didn't know. It interferes with all religions because they don't know how to take it. They look at it only flesh and soul. That's the only way they see it. And y'all be shocked to find out that that's what the majority of religions believe in. Flesh and soul. Could that be? Impossible. Because there's only two. Flesh going to the earth and soul going to the kingdom. And if you think for 1 minute, not soul, spirit is going to the kingdom. If you think that a soul gonna be able to come up onto the throne, wait a minute. How are you coming to the throne? Many people teach the soul is the mind of the flesh. But hold up, bro. Hold up. You can't say the spirit, you can't say the soul is the mind of the spirit because y'all, he said he's gave them his image and his likeness. So it's not that they have even though you can see where they come even saying Yah is a spirit. Yah, it's not a spirit. He's not Yah. Let me get it right, y'all. Let me slow down. They're saying Yah is a soul. No, he's not a soul. The Roman Catholic did, I think, a great job by putting that in there. And one thing about it, if you would sit down and talk to people regarding it being not a soul, but a flesh and a spirit, guess what? It'll bring them to better understanding. See, that middleman was put there. Why is it we don't understand that he gave us an image like unto him? And what is that image? He's a spirit. He gave us a spirit. How do we get that spirit? Everybody that comes into the earth, okay? It's a breath of life, okay? That the Father blows within you. And you become now life, L-I-F-E, which is his breath. And he blow in you a spirit. What is the sperm? The sperm is the flesh of man that is placed there in the womb. It lives off of woman. Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee! That sperm lives off of woman. In the beginning, he created woman to be a helpmate, to meet life coming to the earth. Woman wasn't created for the pleasure of man. That was another something wrote in. No, everything he created for his purpose and his what? Will. So if you so sick, you think his purpose and his will is for a man to get pleasure versus bringing that breath of life in, then that's where you messed up and go remain that way. See, that's what I'm saying. When we take away from his power and his glory and who he is, we give it to the flesh and we make everything about the flesh. And then he gets no glory in how great and how excellent and wonderful and faithful and kind and merciful and all power and all everything. He don't get none of that because we done switched it and made it about what we see and believe. Flesh. You see? So when he created man, he said, let me make a what? Help. Why is there any word? Why would you even say, Father Yah, if she wasn't there to help him? In what way do she supposed to help him? You think that's sexual? No. Help him meet my will, Deborah, to bring life forth. The sperm, which is the seed, was in man. He's transported to woman. Woman take it from there. Somebody in trouble. Somebody in trouble. I mean, for real in trouble. She takes it from her, from there. That's the help me. She helping him meet the will of the Father. So even that process of him having life, him having, when I can't say life, him having sperm in him, he transferred it to her. Tell me, wait a minute, hold up. All he had to do is have it. Y'all put it in him. But she had to protect it, shield it, let it live off of her blood, let it live off of her food, let it live off of her energy, her strength. Look at what she's doing. And you gonna dare tell me what kind of help make meat is that? Y'all knew what he was doing. What kind of help meat is that? When all he had is the man got all these sperms in him. He transported to woman. She feeds it. She nourishes it. She shares the blood in him. I mean, the blood to keep it going. Okay, the breath that she's breathing, that baby in her. All of this is coming from a woman. A lot of women loses their teeth. They loses their hair. Some grow hair. Some lose hair. They go through sickness. They throwing up. Wait a minute, Father, y'all. Look at Sister Deborah finna getting shaky over here, Father. Y'all come help me. Help me out here. Because I'm kind of look. And for her to be looked at today as nothing? Come on now. This is what I'm saying to you all. They messed up my Father's creation from the beginning. That was the help meet that he said, I created him and her. And he told them to have dominion over all that I've created. He didn't say him. He said them, him and her. You see, so we as females and males, we are so far out of the righteous order, the how would I say, the will of the Father. We in the permissive will, doing what we want to do, thinking the way we want to think, feeling the way we want to feel. And I can talk. I done had sex. I can say something. Because just sitting here, I would have never really gave it any thought, but just listening to myself. Y'all think y'all listening to me, but let me tell you something. Me just listening to myself. That's something to really think. You can see where that word help meet. And when we tell you what the Father just said to me, see, he said, Deborah, you missed something. And I'm like saying, he said, you missed something. Guess what? What would you say I missed? What would you all think that I missed? The Father just told me I missed something. What is it that I missed? Want me to tell you what he said? Go back, Deborah. What did I tell him? It is not good that man be alone. See, this is why I was saying to you all when he said that when they bypass 1 and 2, but I would like to say to the Father why I'm on this here platform right tonight. Now it makes sense why they missed Genesis 1 and 2. There's a lot of power in it, y'all, that has never been taught, preached. They won't ever accept Genesis 1 and 2. He said, don't matter, it's over. But I'm still saying to you all, because that's another reason why he said it is not good that man be alone. Because man being alone, he can't meet my will. I got to make one. What man wouldn't be alone, he had all the cattle and all the things that he needs. He imperfect. He's created imperfect. What's going on now? Why is it he's not it's not good anymore? It was good you put him there. That makes a lot of sense now. Why he was saying it adds on to why they skip Genesis 1 and 2 and bypass it, because that's what the Roman Catholic did. They smeared a few words in Genesis 2, but they went on and smeared it to the upright, not the upright, but the worst of the worst. And this is what people been living all these years. If he said, now you forgot something. I said, well, wait a minute, let me see what. It is not good that man be alone, because man being alone, Deborah, can't bring forth the life that is according to my will. That's what that's about. And it was what he said. She was created to be a help meet, not a sex slave, not a sex toy, or not even a sex partner, but to meet the will of the Father. And that's what they should have said all the time, but they did not. They put her under and kept her under. And in that process where they kept her under, he rose up and called everything a her, a she, a female entity, letting you know she ain't dead, because they call themselves burying all the mystery, all the truth. I bring that female entity in the whole earth. How about that? I bring that female up on wisdom. How about that? The house of Israel and the tribe of Judah, I call it a her. How about that? See, they hard times, Deborah, they struggle. I match it with a travail woman. How about that? All the way to the end. He made sure man run up right back in the end and hooked up with the world power is ran by Satan and men. But they put it as a harlot. That's what y'all have to watch out for. See, that ain't got nothing to do with y'all. That's got them to do what they did. Because this entity, this power that men have to rule this world, it shouldn't have been a female, because she ain't got the power. So why was she up there? This shows you how they do this and how they have done this and how they have smeared things. So let's go back to Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 4. In Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 4, it says, then the word of Yah unto me said. I like that, because he's giving the power back to where it belongs. He's letting you know the word of Yah. That's how Yah say he come to us now, y'all. He don't come through us to us no other way. He don't come to us through flesh and blood. He comes strictly now through his word, that he is the Ruach in us, and he teaches us his word from the inside out. See, we ain't in them times where he was upon them, following them, in the midst of them. Now he's in us. He is the word that rests in. You see? So here, Jeremiah is talking, but see, Jeremiah did not have him in him. He had him. But now what is actually going on now, the Father is coming before Jeremiah, and he's coming with to Jeremiah in he's in verse 4. Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 4. Then the word of Yah came unto me, said. So when Sister Deborah is on this Deborah platform explaining to you all that the word of Yah is different than the words of Yah, because we can't add the words and make it the word. We have to be able to discern the difference between the two, because it is two words. It is the words and it is the word. Now, right here, this is Jeremiah. He's talking about the word, meaning Yah himself. Verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. So what was before? Where did you know me at? Where did you know me at? Before you even formed me in my mother's womb, you knew me. This is where I say unto you all over and over, we take from the power of who he is in the midst, and we go amongst people and we take from him who he is and his authority and his power by not respecting the fact that he had formed things way before things was. That's why he said what is seen is not formed by he that created. I mean, it's not, how would I say it? That which is seen is not formed, it's not of he that created. Meaning the unseen is he that created that which thou seest. Okay? It's not man. It's the unseen that created all things. I think that me constantly saying that it's important that we understand the power of Yah, I think it is so, so important, because it's just taking and giving the power back to the throne of the Most High Yah, and not putting it in our hand and our authority and us, and wanting people to see it, in us. Just give it back to him. That's who it belongs to. We know that he's greater in us, and we will not have the greatness that we have in us without his power and who he is. Okay, so here it is. Jeremiah in chapter 1 and verse 5 said, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Now, what's wrong with this? It's something wrong with this picture. It's something wrong with it. But this is what people don't want to accept, and they don't have to anymore. The Father said, let them go. I formed them all. I know their beginnings to the end, Deborah. I know their ups and their downs. I know which seed is what. I know the light. I know the darkness. I know it all. So the way that everybody is going in the way that they are conducting themselves, and knowing you can know who you are. Really. You see, now listen to this. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. So the Father is saying to him now, how do you know it's the Father? Because he said the word came unto him. The word of Yah came to him. And this is what he said. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Wait a minute. So it didn't have nothing to do with what? Nothing outside of the work of his right hand. See, that's why when Sister Deborah said we need to give the power back to him, this is what this is saying. That power did this. I formed thee before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Who formed him? The power. But he letting you know I knew thee. Okay. And before thou came forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. You're supposed to be justified and clarified and identified as one that is accepted by the nations. This is how powerful your purpose is in the body of Hamashiach. You don't have to get no approval from nobody. For nobody can approve who heaven has ordained. Nobody can approve who heaven has sanctified. You can't. Nobody can approve it, nor justify, nor clarify you being sanctified, nor ordained by the Most High Yah. He didn't create nobody on the earth to be able to tell one that they are not ordained nor are sanctified. Now, this is the problem I have, and I do have a problem because I got issues. Who would take on a position like that? Many. Satan mimic everything that Yah has ordered. He has to send his along the way. And this is what confuses people, because they're thinking, they're quick to say everybody's false prophets. It's because who they are false. That's because he said, touch not my anointed and mean them no harm. Do you see why? Why would that even be said like that? Touch not my anointed and him no harm. Do you know what he meaning? He's not just meaning physical. He meaning your mouth. Why? Who would want to touch somebody that's sanctified before they was even in their mother's womb? Who wants to touch somebody that's ordained from the heaven by the right hand of the Father? Who wants to go anywhere near that? Who wants to? Satan sees. And that's what they do. And for this same reason is why many of prophets lost their lives back in the biblical. Because they were the righteous men of Yah. Not because they was the unrighteous, but because they were the righteous. They were the one ordained and sanctified before the foundation of the world, before they was even in their mother's womb. This was their order. You see? So same then, same now. Jeremiah explaining how the word of Yah came to him. He didn't say no man. He didn't say no woman, no bishop, no priest, no apostle, or no nothing. He's telling y'all the word of Yah came to me. And that's how Yah is. That's why I say unto you, you can be searching and desiring to figure out who am I? What am I called? Do I have a purpose? It's sitting there right in you. Nobody cannot justify, clarify, and identify the purpose that Yah has in you. You have to pull that out yourself. And don't think that it's not there, because it is. It was there before the foundation of the world. What did Jeremiah say about him being a prophet? Before he was in his mother's womb, he was sanctified before the foundation of the world. So were he ordained as a prophet to the what? To the what? You mean that all this was done way back before you was in your mother's womb? Come on now, before you was born, you was already set to be the prophet for what? Nations. Nations. You see that? So therefore, it's saying here that when you are called by Yah, you don't answer to nobody but he that has called you. Not everybody you feel that you need to get the okay from. So what happened? Satan said, okay, if that's how it is that easy? Woo-wee, let me get as many as I can. And don't think he don't. Don't think he don't. And I'm going to tell you how just the Father is. The Father will let him pull up with him. He'll let Satan pull up with all kind of false prophets. But he made sure through the Ruach, when he teach you, he'll tell you who they are. This is how you're going to know who they are. This is how you're going to know. But this is what I battle with. This is the problem I battle with. And he hasn't answered this yet. But I can guarantee you he would. He will. How is it that one can be a prophet or a prophetess and not know who they are? Does that sound strange? How can you know who is a prophet? I mean, how could you be a prophet or a prophetess and you don't know who you are? You don't know who Israel really is. You don't know none of that. Did y'all know most of them, 90% of them that said, 95% that said they prophets and prophetess, they don't even know? I'm serious, y'all. I was sitting listening to two of them today. And I'm like, but they don't even know. So I'm back to what the Father was saying to me yesterday. These things need be, Deborah. Maybe they still are going to be able to be something to Yah. But that there is so confusing to me. I sat and listened to this one prophetess for 2 hours. I was waiting for her to make sense. She never did. I was waiting for Spirit and Truth. She never blew out with it. Never came out with it. And I was like, so what is with this here? This individual don't know anything. This individual think that the United States is Yah's favorite. This individual think Christians are the true people of Yah. It's strange to me. It is so strange to the point where I say, okay, I'll just keep on being a loony bird, but I'll stay in my lane, like you said, Father. It's just strange to me. This individual don't even know who they are. They think they are Christian. And giving prophecy to the whole world. I can understand it. A person can get in and they can master different areas like Revelation and different things that has been prophesied, and they can crank it all and do their study and make it come to play, and then pull out the warnings as if it is prophecy. Warnings from Yah. And I'm like saying, but Father, you warned the whole world. It's just amazing. So I guess I have to understand that this is what he said the end day is. This is the sort of stuff that's going to be pulling up. I mean, this individual is hung strong and is so eager to change. And maybe Yah could have sent the individual to the Christians. I don't know. But I think before, I don't know, I can't say, because I'm trying to figure out how could one be over there to telling the Christian anything when you don't know who you are? Deborah, you better watch yourself. Get in your lane. Get in your lane right now, Deborah. Get in your lane. It gets confusing to me. And I guess that's a part of just having my lane. Now, when I get to Isaiah 49, listen to this. In Isaiah 49, it's just very confusing to me. And believe it or not, in the end days, he said that it would be. So that's something I have to respect. It was prophesied too, that it would be like this in the end days. In Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 1 through 3, listen to this. Who is this Islis? Listen, O Islis. What is that? Do your Bible say that? It's ISLES. What is that? Unto me. Is that anybody in the live chat? If you had your Bible out, I don't know if you do or not, Isaiah 49. Listen, O Isles. I ain't never seen that. That's an error. I know it is. Unto me. And hearken ye people from far. Ahiah has called me from the womb, from the bowels of my mother. He has made me, my mother, from the bowels have he made mention of my name. Verse 2, and he has made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hands has he hid me. In the shadow of his hand have he hid me, and made me a polished shaft. So how did he do that? With that right hand. In his quiver have he hid me. Why is he doing all that? Okay, verse 3, and said unto me, thou art my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. But why is it, I wonder, he was hidden? In the shadow of his hand have he hid me, and made me a polished shaft. Why? And his quiver have he hid me. Verse 3, and said unto me, thou art my servant, O Israel, in whom I will glorify. This here is Isaiah. You drop down to verse 5, and he says, and now said Ahiah, that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Through Israel, though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorified in the eyes of Yah, and my Yah shall be my strength. You see what he said? He said, listen to this here. He said, though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorified in the eyes of Yah. and my Yah shall be my strength. So he's special to Yah, whether Israel is doing what they're supposed to do or not. See, that's what I'm sitting here saying. Why is he hiding you? His hand is hiding me. And he's polished and made me a polished shaft. I'm like saying, why is all that? It's because he's grooming him for himself. The Father is grooming Isaiah for himself. But he tells you before, when he was in his mother's womb, was the Father doing this. So it wasn't like he was a grown man. You see what I'm saying? It was when he was in his mother's womb when Yah was doing all this to him. So what is it a person have to be justified, clarified, and identified by men and women or people in this world before they are who God called them to be? We don't need to be justified, clarified. If you got the fruits of, not the fruits of, you got the spirit in you, you're going to automatically know who's who and what's what. You're just going to have to understand you can't make somebody who you want them to be. You got to let them be who Yah created them to be. You see? But you got the gifts also that he has instilled in you before you was even in your mother's womb. He's sitting here saying, even he said, through Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorified in the eyes of Yah, and my Yah shall be my strength. He's glorified in Yah, whether Israel gathered or not gathered. He's still special in Yah. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like even me, even if I'm on here, if I'm not, it don't matter in Yah. I'm already in there. You see what I'm saying? And that's the same I can say to you all. Don't be sitting around expecting the world to embrace you to be who you are in Yah. Know that Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah, they were that to Yah before they was even born, when they was in their mother's womb, and before then. And before they was in their mother's womb. You see how the working of Yah is already set there? To where when they get here, who are you to tell me who's who and what's what? This is the reason why I'm saying, how are you going to tell me how to dress? How are you going to tell me how to eat? How are you going to tell me how to walk and how to talk? How are you going to tell me to do this, and do this, and do this? Were you called before? In your mother's womb? Have you heard your holy calling, your purpose? Do you know who you are? No, they ain't saying who they are. They just telling you, I'm this, so you have to be submissive, or I'm the head, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. No, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. And I'm going to tell you how crazy it is. When you're dealing with women with callings on their lives, the good thing about it, when you read into this book, guess what comes first? Their calling. Their calling comes first. Then it identifies their husband, if they have a husband. It does not put the husband before the holy calling. It puts the calling on their life first, and then they'll tell you the husband, the wife of this man. You see what I'm saying? Or the daughter of this father. Never do you put the spiritual calling to override your natural purpose. No. And that's going back to what I was saying at the beginning. Find out who you are. Look over here and say, I'm real good at this. All you have to do is say, oh, am I real good at this? Oh, I'm really good at this. Flip that bad boy into spirit, and you'll find your purpose. You'll find it real quick. And you'll say, I would have never gave that a thought. But that's where your purpose rests, in what you're already good at. But you flip it into the spirit. You see? And that's just, to me, that's just beautiful, because that's showing you that the reason why you got that talent and that good ability to do that in the flesh is because it was already in you in the spirit. It's been in you all your life in the spirit. And the flesh took advantage of it. Seriously, y'all, the flesh took advantage. Use it to its best. And your little spirit sitting over there. When he called me before I was in my mother's womb, I was sanctified. I was ordained. but it's still in me. I ain't pulled it out because the flesh then took it and ran and did what it can do with it in the natural. And you sitting back in the spirit with the purpose that Yah has placed within you. And this is why I was saying it's hard in this day and time. Can't find the body of Hamashiach. You can't behold it. You can't see it in the spirit realm. I really can't. I can't see it. I see it based on what I believe that it exists. You see what I'm saying? That's how I see it. That's how I see it, because I believe it exists. So I see as in the spirit because I believe. You know how Abraham, when the father was telling Abraham everything in the vision, and Abraham believed. Well, that's what I'm saying. I believe that there's a body of Hamashiach, but I'm here as a living witness, letting you know I can't see it. Okay, I don't see it. You know, and I can see now where people could not take their righteous place in the body of Hamashiach because they can't see it either. They fleshed and took it and ran and used it for the flesh purpose. It doesn't mean that it's not still sitting in your spirit, y'all, because it's still there. It's still there. And it says something about don't compress the spirit or something like that. And I think that's what we done. We have compressed the purpose in us to serve y'all. And we have just compressed it and left it. But you see that flesh picked up your abilities and took it and ran. Says, you ain't gonna use it, you're gonna lose, I'm gone. But what you can still do, you can go within yourself and say, I'm real good at this. So let me flip this in the spiritual realm. Same thing, but you're gonna flip it over in the spiritual realm. And this is where you're gonna fit into the body. Oh, and this here is the body needs this. You see? In the spirit realm, oh, the body needs this. You'd be surprised. So I say unto you that the way that the Father has orchestrated everything was way before heaven and earth was created. Everything was written in the books, either in one stack of books or in a book. And it comes with our works. Now, the works that we have listed are not the works of what we are all doing as far as everything from the beginning to the end of our days. No, it's just the works. If we are in the Lamb Book of Life, the things we do for Yah is written. It's already written in us. It right next to our name. The things that we done when we get down here that served Yah. It's already written. So it's like Sister Deborah ain't coming down here doing something like she all that and all. Baby, you ain't doing no more than what is already written. You see what I'm saying? And then if you look over here to the other books where the lake of hell, that wicked and evil is already written next to that individual's name. That's why they down here clowning. You see? But he's not going to go over here and take these that's down here clowning and tell them, okay, you over in this book, but you clowned and you did all this and you did it, but you really over in this book. No. So don't get it confusing what I was saying yesterday. Our works are already written next to our names. And if you're in the Lamb Book of Life, you ain't gonna be out here whoremongering and adultery and raping and killing and murder and all kind of things, abomination and lusting and fornication, and then you listed in the Lamb Book of Life. That's a lie from the pit of hell. You better go back in them books where you belong. You see? So it's still going to match up. What we do down here in the earth is still going to match up in the heavens. But there are going to be some things we did not fulfill. Some things we are not going to fulfill. And the Father is, but what we don't fulfill is not like it's wicked and evil. It's just that we didn't do anything. Our eyes wasn't open, or we didn't have the light in our right hand. Maybe we didn't know all spirit and truth. He said, those individuals, you okay. What's mine in the Lamb Book of Life, you still gonna be in that Lamb Book of Life. But he's not saying you out down here and you doing all this stuff and you ain't not of righteous or just or upright in you, but you still in the Lamb Book of Life. No, that's not what he said. That's why he said to what? You'll know them by their fruit. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? He's talking to the body of Hamashiach, the church, which is all the saints. You're going to know them. You're going to know them by their fruit. But then you got to understand the fruit of the Spirit can get all tangled up and confused with the fruit of the flesh. You cannot, but they have throughout years gotten the some people even believe I got so many subscribers shows that I'm the fruit of the Spirit. I got so many I got the fruit, I got so many subscribers. See, I got the fruit of the Spirit. I got so many in my church. I'm the fruit of the Spirit. I'm doing the work. You see, they don't understand Satan does the same work. He goes into temples and he have people going to church, going into synagogues, going into camps, and going into all type of cults and all type of things. They're saying they worshiping Yah, but what they're doing in there has nothing to do with a creator that rests within. See, if he's within us, then even if we're not doing what we could be doing, he's still greater in us, and we're coming back home. But you ain't gonna have him in you, and you out here abomination, adultery, fornication, murdering, robbing, and all this here stuff over and over and over and over, and you thinking you're gonna get into the kingdom. And y'all might not believe this. A lot of people think that. A lot of people think that. So these are the sort of things I say unto you. It's not weighed on to if you are white or if you are black or if you are Chinese or if you are Russian. This is where this type of make it make sense in spirit and truth. What it does is it lets you know that our focus is on a European and black and Russia and China and Ukraine, but the focus, that's the wrong focus, because all nations, different nations, are going to in eternal kingdom. He already said it. Yeshua sat there and said, I have gathered all nations on the four corners, all of them, and I separate them. He didn't say I separate the true Israelites and the true Jews. No, he didn't. He said all nations. He sat there and separated. So this is where it's showing you that this mindset of the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah is messed up on the floor. Their mindset about that, they need to get that under some sort of control where they can. Now, I'm gonna say they can't, they need to, or they will. Let me stop, because he says over is finished. They're where they at, they're doing what they're doing, and they content. But that also poses a question, well, wait a minute, y'all. When all these verses here where Yeshua is bringing all other people from all over the world, separating the sheep from the goat. Wait a minute, it didn't say separate Israel and Judah. It didn't say that. Wait a minute, hold up. Yeshua, ain't you the Lion of Judah? Hey, Yeshua, ain't you the Lion of Judah? He ain't saying I'm separating the Lion of Judah. He said he's separating all nations. You get what I'm saying? So it goes right back to where it makes you wonder, what is it that we're not, now you say we, what is it that they're not getting? It's not important anymore. It's over. But I will say this here. The way the Father said to me yesterday, it's over and it's finished. And it really doesn't matter, because I taught you what took place before the foundation of the world, and he did. And I know all things is already in his order, according to his will, and everything is rumbling just that way. We wanting more as a people because we think we are so entitled, but we never realize as a people we are the only human beings that have fought up against the Creator himself. Y'all might not know. We are the one that he chose. So I just thank him for always having a ram in the bush, because he's going to come for his in spite of whatever. And another beauty of it is we don't have to worry about what somebody down here is telling us. We can focus what we can focus on him that is in us than he that is in the world, who's trying to tell us, well, okay, we ain't this, we ain't this, we ain't this, we ain't this. But you know what? You can't tell me who I am when that great one is in me. So how are you on the outside of me telling me who the great one that's in me is? Stand down. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that he's so focused on my outer appearance and not my inner. He said your flesh can't serve him. That means I ain't got nothing to do with your flesh. I ain't got nothing to do with your flesh. Nothing, none whatsoever. And your flesh don't have anything to do with me. The spirit of Yah is so heavy to where it will convict you without somebody else convicting you. So you don't need the world to come in and pull up and convict you and make you feel that it's they on the outside knowing the answer on the inside. Baby, you can't know nothing inside when greater is he. We already got somebody on the inside that said already, I'm going to hold you blameless. Why? Because I'm in you. That's why. How can I blame you and I'm great in you? Do that make any sense? How can I hold you so accountable for your commandments and the law? And I am the law. I am the commandments. What are they talking about? Because they don't want to give the power back to who controls it all. They will not give him that strength and that power. See, you all never knew the whole catch. I'm going to tell you something. To all the different religion, the whole world religion, even Satan's dominion with his. Guess what it is? That power and control. They don't want to keep it where it belongs. That's what Satan wanted to do in the kingdom. He wants that control and that power. So when he let him come down here, that's why he said, I'm going to give him this day, Deborah, so he can try it out. But he going to do that down there. He ain't doing that up here. And when he finished, he know already, hell is waiting for you. The lake of fire is waiting for you. He don't have no problem with that because he should have been there. But Yah gave him what? That grace and mercy. Even he is on grace and mercy. A lot of y'all don't know that. Satan is on grace and mercy because he should have been in the lake of fire. You see? So this is also showing you the type of creator that created all things. And then where we're at today, they trying to make him non-existent. Oh, no, you ain't going to pull that up with me. Why? I got too many testimonies. They all wrapped around me, all around me. How dare I stand here on nationwide television and tell you he ain't who he is? Sister Deborah already know what that power is and what it feels like. I know about it. And when you know him, you've seen him face to face, because when you see that power pull up, that's him face to face. Everybody that says they've seen him face to face, guess when it was? When they saw that power. They saw something that they know man couldn't have done. That's what face to face means. Because why is it face to face? Because you've seen the power at work. I've seen it too many times for me to get on here and want you to believe that he ain't all that he said he is and that he's going to be. But I have to receive him from here, y'all, from the inside, not so much as from the voices on the outside. Sister Deborah's a good listener. She's a really good listener. I don't think I could have been able to be a good listener without the gift of being able to hear behind here. That's another gift. I can hear behind people. They can stand in me and talk to me a whole hour, and I can hear their whole life behind them and don't have to say a word. You see what I'm saying? So I believe that all religions, all denominations, all belief have destroyed in their own minds and in their own hearts and in their own spirits the power of Yah and the being that he is. I really do. I really do. And this is why they're where they at today. They destroyed his first beginning because they didn't see his power then. What's the problem? I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I'm gonna have to go. You know what I found out? And I found this out about a couple of years ago. He said that a lot of them walking around talking about, oh, his name, baptizing in the name of the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit, baptizing in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, baptizing in the name of Jesus Christ. He said, Deborah, they don't know. The baptism is fire. And the fire is developed by the power. And if you don't know the power, you don't know the fire. Because the power in the word is hand in hand. So when they teaching and they preaching, they have forsaken the power. That's why they don't know the name. That's why they use everybody got a different name. Everybody think they got it. Why do you think when he take us over to Mount Zion, he said he's going to put a new name in us? Give us a new name of him. That's going to be the new name. And it ain't like it's a new name. It's a name that we thought we had, we never had. No one never talk about that either, do they? They won't talk to you all about that. Because what is happening, what I learned, now this is what I learned. I learned that when you're going down and being baptized, I think what has happened, and I ain't gonna say it, y'all, it had to been his doing, but the reason why I know that it's a small remnant that's connected to the kingdom is this. A lot of us didn't understand we had denied the power. Okay? We denied the power every chance we get. We have denied the power. When you deny the power, then you don't have it, child. You don't have the ruach. You don't have the word. You see? You don't have it. Because the word is supported by the power, and the power is supported by the word. That's why the whole world is confused with the name. Because they never understand, they never understood. Even to today, a lot of the different religions, they just left Yeshua HaMashiach or Jesus Christ out of the picture, period. I know y'all don't know that. That's why they are called something else. But the honest truth is, they try to pull up with Yeshua. In the name of Yeshua, I pray for healing and deliverance in the name of Yeshua. Let's take it where the church is at. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. But see, there it go. When y'all want to start hearing exactly what I'm saying, they always storing up the Son of Man without the word and the power. See, what y'all did not know is the Son of Man came into the womb of a woman, born of the flesh. He was born of the flesh. What came outside of him? Word and power. That's why it said he didn't come just with word, y'all. It came with power. Because power ain't going to let word come along, and word ain't going to let power come along. So where are you? So what happens? They don't know who's who. Because they never were able to sit down and with the spirit to tell them, hey, y'all, there I was. My power was in the beginning. And if you missed it then, you miss it now. It wasn't that Yeshua was the power. It was HaMashiach. That's why it was two, a son of man and the son of Yah. The son of Yah brought down word and power. What happened? You can't have the word without the power. You can't have the power without the word. So what happened? When you don't know who Yeshua, HaMashiach is, which the world called Christ, if you don't know what that is, you lost. Because watch this here. Throughout the whole time Yeshua was coming, even before he was born, they was after who? They was after who? They was after that child being born. Why? Those that was wicked wanted to do away with the power and the word. Those that were seeking and waiting for the Messiah had no idea that when Yeshua came, he came with word and power, the Messiah. They did not know that. So what they said is, we're going to kill him. He's claiming to be the word and the power that we've been waiting for all these years. He's claiming to be it without knowing that he was it. It was in him to come down to support him. But Yeshua couldn't separate himself from it. So he could have said, well, okay, I'm Yeshua, the Son of Man, come down as the mission, I'm come down as the mission, a servant of the Most High Yah. But what did he say? I come down as Yeshua HaMashiach, the son of Yah. See, he could have made it from till they a million years old had he just stuck with Yeshua, the son of man. But when he said that he was the son of Yah, you're looking at him, the son of Yah. Oh no, we've been waiting for him for a long time. We weren't looking for it to be a son of man. We've been waiting for this word and this power for too long for you to come down here and say that you are. We got to get rid of him. See, that's why they started trying to, they were so hateful and really didn't care for him. It's because he was saying that he was the son of Yah, which is Christ, which is HaMashiach. And they weren't going for that. They wasn't going for it. See, a lot of them didn't know when you into these churches and these temples and these academies and these camps and all this teaching, you still ain't teaching nothing but a bunch of lies. See, the whole idea, y'all, like say for instance, like 100%, no, I ain't gonna say 100, 99.9 will say when they brought Yeshua to the king, to have him crucified. And remember, he sent him to somebody else and brought him back. And he said he washed his hands from the blood and his wife said she had a dream that this man, Yeshua, that he hadn't done anything. Like you all will look at that and you all will say, oh, when see, they knew that he wasn't what they said that he was. And then here go this king said he washed his hand and that which one do you want, and he let the people choose. But he was saying he was clean because the man, he knew that Yeshua had not done any wrong. Then one will look over here and one will say, well, see, he knew that he didn't do any wrong. But where people are messed up from the flow up, when it come down to me, I pull up and say, wait a minute, y'all missing the mystery. He said that the mystery is given to the prophets. And 99.9 didn't understand that when the king and his wife was more so on Yeshua's side, that still wasn't the right side. That wasn't the right side, you guys. That wasn't the right side. And you can see it if you just even read it, you can feel it. Because he still set the okay for him to be crucified. Then you wonder, well, why is he washing his hands? And his wife said that she had a dream that he was innocent or he didn't do anything. I'm just saying it like that. And then the king said that this man has done no wrong. I'm like saying, wait a minute, something wrong with that. I'm just telling y'all what happened to me when I was in the wilderness and I was being taught that verse, doing that part of it. And he said, well, this is what he says. He said, now what was wrong with that, Deborah? I said, Father, when he's sitting and his wife first was telling him that he shouldn't have anything to do with it because of Yeshua and I think it was a dream she had. I was just saying this to the father in the wilderness. He said, okay. And the king, he sent him to somebody. They sent him back. And the king then let the people make the choice. He said, now, the king said he washed his hands. And he said he know that he did no wrong, that's the part that the king was true about. But what y'all did not understand was the part that the king was trying to stop was the Messiah going to the cross. See, that's like unto Peter said when he told them that he must go and they was going to get offended because he must give up and they must take him away to be crucified. First thing Peter pulled up, they're going to have to, I'm going down with you. It's going to be a fight. It's just like that. So when this king sitting here saying, oh, he didn't do anything, let me send him here. Oh, well, no, I don't see no fault in him. Him saying there's no fault was true. But the fact that he still set it up for it to go the way he didn't set it up. It was over. How would I say it? It was my father's will that it goes this way. So the king saying that he has no fault, and battling with the fact that he found no fault and didn't want him to be crucified because of that, that would interfere with the will itself. You see what I'm saying? So you still got to look over here and not think of the king doing something good or saying something good, him and his wife. No, they didn't. They good standards, but why? Because had it been his choice not to, which is what he was really wanting to do, then it would be going up against the hour. See, Yeshua kept telling us the hour is near, the hour is near, the hour is near. He knew the hour was near. So according for this hour to be near, nobody was to hinder. Nobody's word of he didn't do anything to try to stop him from being crucified was valid. I mean, was how would I say it? Was in the will. You see what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is you're hindering that hour. He had an hour set from the kingdom to go. And he knew that's why he was telling Peter, hold up. You live by the sword. He had to freeze everything, bring everything back to play. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. But when he went on in, he was really ready to do this thing because his hour was near. Hour is near is a very important time. It is, hey, we on your time. That's what that hour means. Get out the way. We on the Father's time. Move. So when the king is holding him back, taking him here to this king, and bringing him back, and I wash my hand and he found no fault. You can say what you want. You're hindering the will of the Father. He got to get to the cross, bro. So we don't care about what you said. He got to go the route, predestined. So even though you can see him saying he knew no fault, but his word, even what he was saying, wasn't worth nothing toward his heart. Because at any time he could have stopped. If your hands was getting washed from the blood of what you was about to allow to happen to him, your wife then gave you the dream, freeze all of them, said, no, we're not going to do it. You see? So even though he did not, he continued because it was the will of the Father. Anybody hindering, even his wife, that was a hinder toward the hour that was near. So a lot of people look at that and they think about, oh, she had a dream and that he was innocent. He was just everything I did. All y'all seen. Y'all know who I am. Get out of my way. Y'all know it's my hour. Get out of my way. Don't ask me, wasn't you this, wasn't you that? You was there. Y'all know, all of y'all standing here, y'all know me. Y'all seen what I done. You know what I done. Get out the way. So her dream and her husband washing his hand, sending him away, bringing him back, that was trying to hinder the hour that was near. Satan couldn't quite pinpoint it. He couldn't pinpoint it. He wasn't allowed to know about that great hour. Satan wasn't allowed to know about that great hour, y'all. He couldn't pinpoint it. He couldn't pinpoint it. See, he thought he was doing something, you see? And that's what I'm saying. He was helping alone and didn't know it. Because what? When you pull up on the hour of the Most High Yah, it's going down. It's going down. That means it ain't your time. It's not the world time. It's not, hey, heaven's time finna rumble. Get up on this cross so we can rumble. Get this thing done with. It's my hour I have set. Get out the way. Remember when they was at the table and he told the betrayer next to him that stuck his sop or whatever they call it. And he told him, what did he tell him? Here we are. Go quick, for the hour is at hand. See, you sure knew it. You sure knew that hour mean y'all better move out the way. Y'all's time is set. It's set. Move out the way. Move. And when Peter cut that ear off, hold up, bro. Y'all froze it. Yeshua froze it. Picked up that ear, put it back on that soldier, and froze all their minds so they wouldn't what? Hinder the mission. What was the mission? The hour was at hand. And Yeshua saw it. He saw all the little, even himself in Gethsemane, talking about take away this cup. Wait a minute, bro. The hour is at hand. See, everything was there to go after that hour. But the hour was the will of the power of Yah. Everything got to rumble on that hour, y'all. That's the kingdom. That's the kingdom saying, oh, the hour. And it's not the hour like our hour. I think it's a flash of Yah. Get busy. So the woman and her husband saying that they didn't see no fault. It didn't matter whether you saw any fault. You seeing no fault and saying it now, wait a minute, it's just a hinder. Get out the way. Go on, roll. Even after you said that and your wife said that, you still set them up for death. Why? Because it's the will and the hour is set. It ain't your choice. Stand down. Even though you want to make it look like it. Oh, I wash my hand. I ain't got nothing to do with this. His wife in the dream and all. No, you don't, baby. Everything that he did, you knew what he done. So you washing your hand and your wife dream didn't mean nothing. Y'all was just interfering with that hour. Y'all still rumble. And the hour was set. So I, Sister Deborah, say I appreciate you all in the live chat. Praise the Most High for the prophetess in the live chat. I see you. I see you. And I say unto you that the Father is still on the throne and he is fully in control over any and everything. And like I spoke to you all yesterday, it is such a blessing to just understand that your calling, your purpose is in the will of the Father and not the will of men and women. Just as Adam and Eve. Just as Adam and Eve. It was no matter which way it went. That's where we can't get past. She choosing this, it didn't have nothing to do with that. If you bump that thing back to the kingdom and see the will of the Father rumbling, then you'll see a lot of things that has been placed and smeared to mislead the mass. And then when you go back to it and you say, wait a minute. This is not what the beginning said. That was doing his perfect will. How did they do that? They all off. And this is why nobody sees the power, y'all. You don't hear them preaching about the power. You don't hear them preaching about the word. You hear them speaking words. And this book is words. And guess what? The reason why you know that this book is words and Yah is the word is because this book don't have power. Shalom and shalom.